All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of the 2025 high school football season here for the North Polk Comets. Tonight, we got a good matchup, 2 top 5 or top 10, depending on which ranking you look at. Two really good teams here. ADM Tigers come to town, and should be a good game here, Jerry.
Yeah, I think so. And again, we're facing a team that comes in and they've scored a lot of points in their first 2 games. Kind of like last week, Newton came in and they'd scored 49 in their opener. When ADM's opening game this year against Winterset, they scored 45 and they scored 41 last week against Ballard. So we might be in for some fireworks tonight, Coach.
Yeah, the Comets come into this one 2-0 on the season, a win at Lewis Central in week 1, and then last week in dramatic fashion, a close victory over Newton here at home. A couple streaks here on the line for the Comets. One is a 15-game win streak dating back to the start of last year. And the other, Coach, you told me, was a 19-game home win streak. Is that right?
Yeah, we've not lost since the 21-22 season here at home. Last loss was to Humboldt in the 21-22 season, and then we won a game after that loss against Gilbert, and that was the beginning of the streak. And so that's right now that stands at 19. So a little piece of trivia in case any of you people ever have to go on Jeopardy and answer that question.
That'd be quite a thing if that question was on Jeopardy.
Yes, it would.
Like we said, a dramatic last-minute win over Newton last week. Comets have found a way to win in these first 2 weeks, playing 2 good teams. And James Armstrong at quarterbacks had a good start to his campaign here. 57% completion percentage, 449 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. James has really stepped up so far in the starting role, Jerry.
He really has. He's played really well. I've kind of tried to watch his body language a lot too, and he's been really calm in tough situations, and so that's always good to see. You want to have your quarterback be able to handle things like that in those situations.
For the Comets at running back, number 13, Carson Reinhardt, 34 carries for 142 yards, has emerged into that starting role here. At wide receiver, Bryce Burke, number 1, 7 catches for 161 yards, 1 touchdown. Carter Harris, number 36, 6 catches for 46 yards. Defensively, Charlie Spurgeon leads the Comets with 13 total tackles, 10 solo. Brady Cathcart, number 2, has 2 interceptions, and those were last week, Jerry, and those were big interceptions.
Boy, they were, too, and they came at opportune times, too. Newton appeared to just be starting to get some things rolling when he made both of those interceptions, and so that kind of helped swing the things back in the Comets' direction.
For the ADM Tigers, they are also 2-0. They come in with convincing wins. Week 1 over Winterset, and last week in Adel, they beat Ballard 41-3. And this is a program that's won a lot of games over the past 5 years, Jerry.
They really have. They've played really well, and as you mentioned, this has been going on for a while down there at ADM. One of the things that I looked at, too, you had mentioned a few stats earlier. One of the things that stood out to me is in 2 games, ADM has 6 turnovers. They've made 1 interception, but they've recovered 5 fumbles. 5 different individuals have recovered those fumbles, so they have really been ball hawking on defense in their first 2 games.
For ADM, the key players here offensively, quarterback number 2, Hudson Scholl, 75% completion percentage, 371 yards, 5 touchdowns against just 1 interception. Hudson's also the leading rusher with 160 yards on 25 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns. Running back number 0, Reed Obstarzik, 27 carries for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. And at the wide receiver spots, Ethan Ugleb, number 1, 7 catches for 107 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Reed Kleesner, 8 catches for 70 yards, number 15. Defensively for ADM, number 28, Tyler Knipe has 11 solo tackles. And number 11, James Finnegan, has 10 solo tackles.
Knupp also has the interception that ADM has this year too. So not only does he tackle, he'll make some picks too for the Tigers on defense.
Coach DeBrink, what did he give us for keys this week, Coach Walker?
Offensively, they want to control the ball, and I think that probably goes without saying. You're going to hear that quite often. They want to capitalize and make some big plays. A lot of the things from up here, it's kind of hard to pick up on, but obviously, and Coach mentioned this, we want to cut down on our missed assignments, and so hopefully they'll be able to take care of those things on offense. Defensively, the big thing they want to do, and as you mentioned, Scholl's a 75% completion passer as well as their leading rusher. Coach feels they need to contain him, limit the big plays that ADM has, and create some turnovers. They want to try and get some fumble recovers. The Comets have not forced any fumbles or recovered any fumbles through the first 2 games this year so far. We do have 3 interceptions, so that's a positive. Special teams, control field position, make all the PATs this time. We've had 1 blocked in each of our first 2 games and help those offensive drives end up in points. I think we have done some really good things. Punting the ball, James punted really well last week. He put Newton in a hole a couple of times, and that really could be big again tonight.
Yeah, one of those punts, James got over the head of Newton's return guy, and I think we netted about 70 yards out of the deal.
Yeah, and I think isn't that the one we downed inside the 5?
Yeah, and Newton kind of was backed up, and they couldn't do much to run the clock out. We got the ball back at the end to win, so that was a huge play.
Yeah.
Weather tonight is different than last week. Last week was unseasonably cool. And tonight's warm. It's 83 degrees right now, and wind is out of the southeast. Decent wind. It's got 11 miles an hour with gusts up to 20. So, and when the wind blows out here from the south, there's nothing to stop it, Coach.
No. The evergreens that have been planted out there have not come to fruition yet.
Yeah.
If they have been planted,
They'll
yet.
enjoy those in 2060 when they're blocking the wind.
Yeah.
Comets take the field here. Tonight, week 3, other games going on in Class 4A District 5. Nevada's at Ballard, Newton at Bondurant Farrar, Grinnell at Carlisle, Boone at Gilbert, and Sadel's at Des Moines North. That one at Mediacom Stadium in Des Moines. As we mentioned, North Polk's head coach Tim DeBrink and ADM's head coach Doug Winkowitz. Starting lineups tonight, we'll give you a few of them here, and we'll surely see other players throughout the night. For the North Polk offense, James Armstrong, number 8, is quarterback. Carson Reinhardt, number 13, at running back. Receiving core of Bryce Burke, number 1, Brady Cathcart, 2, and Carter Harris, number 36. Mason Ackerman's at tight end, number 3. Comet offensive line, you're going to see Hunter Bassino, number 77, Carson Cordero, number 78, Micah Sands, number 63, Chase Miller, number 64. Who we got at center on the depth chart this week, Coach?
Colton Boo, I believe, is going to
Boo.
be the starter.
And Simon Hauser also played last week at that starting position.
Yeah, he did play quite a bit at center, and he played some guard last week too, so he'll see some action again tonight.
We'll pause here for the national anthem.
Comets fans.
Nice job by the North Polk Marching Band. The ADM defense tonight at DN, number 44, Carson Oberhofer. The nose tackles, number 64, Cade Duffy. Defensive tackle, number 7, Devin Gelhar. Defensive end, number 23, Travis Jacoby. Linebackers, number 8, Andre Taborga. Another linebacker, number 85, Tyler Knipe. Corbin Dahl, number 9, is at linebacker. And the corners are number 13, Leighton Gerleman, and number 11, James Finnegan. And the ADM safeties, Jackson Pitson, number 6, and number 17, Eli Wiebers. Third game of a really tough 4-game stretch to open the season, Coach.
Yes, sir. I think coming into this game, the Comets might have a slight advantage based on the two tight games that they've played, both 3-point wins. Lewis Central and Newton, from what I've watched, appear to be a little bit stronger than Winterset and Ballard, who were the first two opponents of ADM. So we'll see if that translates for the Comets tonight. Comets are going to be wearing their red pants tonight.
Yeah, those are styling.
Styling and profiling.
ADM with the white jerseys, black pants, and white helmet. I always like on the radio when you listen to like baseball announcers, really good ones. They give you the full rundown of the uniforms.
Yeah.
Where the stripes and the trim, and people can see the game. So
and the piping. And
I probably don't need to do that. But
nah.
ADM's offense, quarterback number 2, Hudson Scholl. Alex Jensen, number 22, is at running back, and Reed Kleesner as well at running back, number 15. Ben Placence, wide receiver, number 18, and number 1, Ethan Uglums at wide receiver. Reese Stripmatter is the tight end, number 81. Jackson Siefkin is the left tackle, number 74. Zach Heitz, the right tackle, number 53. Right guard is Cole Darling, he's number 63, and the center is Cale Stanford, he's number 65. And the left guard for the Tigers is Rhett Boston, he'll wear number 55. North Polk defense tonight. Secondary of Cathcart, Harris. Blake Trilson's going to be in there at nose tonight. Brody Johnson's at linebacker, number 35. Tylon Checkenbach is number 11. He's a linebacker. Charlie Spurgeon, outside linebacker. Comet leading tackler is number 17. Quinn Tepley's also at defensive back. He's number 4. Mason Ackerman at D end. He's number 3. Carson Reinhardt is a linebacker. He'll wear number 13. And the Comets are going to receive the opening kick. ADM's going to kick with the wind towards the north end zone.
ADM won the toss and they deferred, and so Comets are going to take the ball to start with.
Number 19, Colby Simons, is going to kick it away for the Tigers to get us going tonight. Burke and Glasgow back deep for the Comets. And we're away. It's a high, deep kick well into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback.
Coach, we got a good officiating crew tonight. Randy Heimerman is the lead official, and I'll try to get the names of the rest of the guys throughout the course of the broadcast. But these guys have worked state championship games on numerous occasions up in the Dome. So, and we've seen them before, and they do a really good job. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope that continues.
Sunny start here with a little bit of clouds. Weather's calmed down from this afternoon.
ADM's in a 4-man front defensively.
Armstrong's going to take the snap, and he's going to throw it. He's going to hit Bryce Burke here on the near side. Bryce has got it and tackled for about a 7-yard gain. Good start for North Polk.
Leighton Gerleman was on the tackle there. A lot of times what you're going to see, ADM's defense in the secondary, they'll kind of look like a 4-man shell. They'll play some zone, and they'll play some man-to-man out of that.
Jet sweep to Bryce Burke. He's going to take it around the left side and got maybe a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and short. Third down here for the Comets. took a while for the offense to get on the board last week, Coach. They had some drives and stalled out on some fourth downs.
Yeah, both defenses really played well last week. Two good teams knocking heads with one another, and generally you won't see a whole lot of points. But
3rd and about half a yard for North Polk. Armstrong in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Carson Reinhardt, and Reinhardt didn't get much, but he got enough for a first down.
Looks like he's just short of the 31. Middle of the ADM line in on the tackle there. Again, they're pretty much in that 4-man front again.
Comets going quick as they normally do. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Reinhardt in the backfield with Armstrong. James is going to play action, throw it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. Went through the hands of Ackerman. Heading back the other way are the Tigers. That's number 13, Leighton Gerleman. So a break goes ADM's way here early.
First break of the game. That was it was in his hands too.
So ADM forces the turnover, and they're going to start at the North Polk 42.
Micah Sands made the tackle on that interception there.
And if you're ADM, can't ask for much more there for a better start. So he was open.
He was,
would have been a nice chunk play, but deflected ball went to ADM. So ADM's got 1st and 10 at the Comet 42. Scholl is going to give it on an end around. Cutting up the middle is number 13, Gerleman. Flag down.
There was a flag on that last play on the interception too, but it was against the Comets, and of course the ADM declined that. Didn't catch the signal as to what it was, but there's a holding here on ADM, so that will nullify that first down.
So that's a break for North Polk. After the turnover, first play, ADM called for holding. Going to back them up to their side of the 50.
I think you might see a lot of that particular play from ADM tonight. They ran that quite successfully against Ballard last week.
ADM's got 3 receivers to the left. Scholl's going to fake and keep it. He's going to take it up the middle. Not much doing there. Good job by the Comet D.
Micah Sands was in on that. I think Ben Glasgow was in on that too.
I saw Blake Trilson in there on that one too. So
yeah, a lot of those guys in the middle of the line there. Blake's at nose tonight. Micah's playing one of the defensive tackles, and I think Chase Miller's playing that defensive end on that opposite side.
2nd and 18 for ADM. Scholl's going to roll out to his left. He is left-handed. Setting up. He's going to roll back into the middle of the field. Still looking. And he crosses the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep it. He's got room up that right side. He's near the first down marker. So a good scramble by Scholl, turning what looked like not much into a big gain.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that the Comets are going to have to be aware of and try to keep those plays to a minimum, because that's how Scholl makes a lot of his yards that way.
Scholl showed a lot of patience on that one.
He did, yeah. Yeah. Brings up 3rd and looks like about 3.
3rd and 3 at the 35. Got to think this is 4-down territory for ADM. Scholl's going to hand it off, and a big run up the right side, still on his feet.
Oh, the ball's out.
Ball out, fumble, and the Comets got it. The Comets recover. Reed Starsik was the ball carrier for ADM. He had a nice gain. Had the ball near the 10.
That's quintuple on the fumble recovery. So the turnovers are even 1-1.
All right, so the Comets get the ball back.
Well, that was going to be a big gain too, Coach.
Yeah, nice job to not quit on the play. Make something happen there. Comets are at their own 11, 1st and 10. No score here. Second drive of the game for North Polk. Carson Reinhardt up the middle. Dives forward. Nice gain. Looks like he got 5 or 6 on that one. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Good job by Carson finding the hole up the middle of the field there. Armstrong's going to be sacked. He tried to elude tacklers. Couldn't do it.
Good coverage downfield by the ADM defense.
Third and 8 after the sack.
Number 64, Cade Duffy, was on the tackle there. Cade Duffy for ADM, 6'2", 237. He's a freshman.
Comets are going empty, 5 wide here. Third and long. Armstrong's going to roll out again. He's got pressure. He's going to throw an interception. It's going to be a touchdown. He was worried about getting a safety, I think, Coach, and he just got rid of it. But unfortunately, it was intercepted there and took in for a touchdown.
Jackson Pitson made the interception there, number 6.
And you won't get an easier interception ever again. He was full steam into the end zone.
Yes, he was.
So the sack and then the pick 6 puts ADM on the board here. PAT's good. So ADM 7, North Polk nothing. 3 turnovers, 3 drives so far, Coach Walker.
3 turnovers in about 4 minutes. So hopefully that's not going to continue. Things have gotten off to kind of a ragged start both ways, but ADM takes advantage of the second Comet turnover. She ran it in for a touchdown.
Well, Comets in this 15-game win streak have done their share of coming back from behind.
They have, yeah. Yeah,
and
man.
They'll have to do it again here.
Be interesting to see how they respond. A little bit of adversity here through the first 4 minutes of the game.
Colby Simons is going to kick it off. Glasgow and Burke back again deep for the Comets. ADM 7, North Polk nothing. Another deep kick. This one's going to go well out of the back of the end zone.
Yes, that was through.
That about hit those people there that weren't expecting that back there. Good wind at the back of the Tigers here, but still a good kick anyway. ADM started getting after the quarterback there, and it made a big difference in that last drive, Jerry.
They have, yeah. It'll be interesting to see, how we respond here, whether we try to maybe establish some run here.
Play action pass. James going to throw it up the seam. Too far for Bryce Burke. Again, Bryce had some space there.
He did, yep.
Pass was overshot a little bit. Similar play to the first interception North Polk threw. Had the man open up the seam there.
Yeah, Mace was open on that seam route, and
so one that should have been caught, and that second one there was just a overshot throw. So 2nd and 10, their own 20 after the touchback. Armstrong's going to boot out to his left. He's going to throw it for Charlie Spurgeon. Charlie's got it. Cuts it upfield. First down.
Yeah, it's going to be close. It depends on where they I think we're going to get a good mark there. Yep, they're waving the sticks forward.
Play action pass. James rolled out to his left. Got his shoulders turned. Made a nice throw there.
Nice catch and run by Charlie. I don't think we saw that last week. I remember seeing some on tape against Lewis Central, but I'm not sure we ran that very much last week.
And I think we had people moving on that snap, but no call. Slant route to Bryce Burke. Nice throw on the slant.
It was. Bryce made a nice catch and run there.
Was it me, Coach, or did we have a couple of receivers moving at a time there before that snap?
You know, my eyes were somewhere else, Coach, so I didn't see, but it's
Okay.
quite possible.
I think we did, but we'll take it. So good response so far after the pick six that put ADM on the board. Play action pass again. Brady Cathcart's got it, breaks the tackle, gets about 12. Another play action pass. Seen a lot of that so far.
Yeah, a lot of times, too, when you see where the defensive backs are lined up, if they're backing them out that 7 or 8 yard cushion, that generally equates to being in a zone defense. A lot of times, too, when there are 3 receivers to one side and 1 to the opposite side, that single receiver side is generally man-to-man, but they're giving us some cushion out there, and so we're doing a nice job of taking advantage of it.
And we do run quite a few RPOs where James, that could have been a run play if he'd have wanted it to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to boot it out. Pressure, incomplete at the feet of Mason Ackerman. James just throwing that one away. We do have a flag on the far side of the field. Probably a hold. I think we got a man downfield, actually.
Yeah.
So, a legal man downfield on the Comets. That'll back them up. They'll have first and 15. Ball right at midfield, just shy of it.
Interesting. Sometimes you see those short penalties like that declined, especially after an incompletion, but ADM elected to go ahead and take the penalty.
James going to pitch it out to Carson Reinhardt. He's going to cut up through a few people. Nice run by Carson. Gain of about 7, running downhill.
That was kind of an option pitch. James really didn't, took about 1 step and pitched the ball. I'm not sure he really was optioning that man on the end of the line of scrimmage.
I think it was just get it out there and get it to him.
Yeah, let him run because he picked up. It was a good 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 9. Ball's at the ADM 44. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Carson Reinhardt, he's going to be hit, bounces off 1. Falls forward for a couple. Good job to get something out of that.
Now that was Andre Taborga made that initial hit, but he didn't wrap up, and so that enabled Carson to get a couple yards out of that play.
I think so far this year, Coach, Andre Taborga is the captain of the all-name team for opposing teams. That's a pretty good name for a linebacker.
It is, yeah.
3rd and 6 now at the 42. 4 wide for North Polk. Armstrong is going to drop back, flushed out of the pocket. Hits Cathcart, dragging across the field, and he's got another first down.
Oh, I think they're going to mark him short.
Oh, they're going to say he stepped out short, huh?
Yeah, so it's going to be like 4th and
looks
like less than a yard.
I don't agree with that spot.
I
don't think so.
So you're going with we have a better look, a better angle up here than they do on that, Coach.
Yeah, I am. I am going with that.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you.
4th and half a yard. Reinhardt up the middle. He's got the first down.
Yeah. Well, this
sneaks through the pile. Nice run by Carson.
Yeah, I would kind of like to see us pound it here a little bit to see if we can get something established on the ground. We're bigger up front than ADM is. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Got a nice drive going here now.
Yeah, good response after the turnover.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get legal participation. We have 12 on the field and people running off. I don't think Coach Roper agreed with that one. Walker.
Yeah, I don't either. Coach DeBrink's out on the field, too.
We did have guys coming back and forth off the field, but
yeah, we did.
You can do that. We didn't huddle.
No, we maybe we need to be a little bit more clandestine than that.
They're going to wave it off.
Wave it off, okay.
Cooler heads prevailed. You don't see that much. Flag's getting waved off.
Yeah, now Randy Heimerman's going to go over and talk to the ADM head coach.
I don't think he's going to like that.
No, probably not.
I think that's the right call.
I do too, yeah.
Well, after all that, we've got back to our 1st and 10. Ball's at the ADM 33. Comets have 2 receivers way to the far side of the field here. Carson Reinhardt again. Another nice run by Carson. Keeping the legs moving. Nice gain of 4. Good running by Carson so far.
He is. He's not very big, 5'9", 160, but he runs hard.
Comets back on the ball, 2nd 5, the ADM 28. Play action. James is going to throw that slant to Bryce Burke again through his hand. Bryce thinks he was interfered with. The officials did not.
Yeah, a lot of times I think you see that with receivers if they're.
Well, they don't get the ball all that often, so
No,
they get a little upset
yeah.
when they get their chance, you know.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 5 now. 4:15 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 ADM. They scored on a interception return for a touchdown. Armstrong's going to throw it near side to Cathcart. Takes a hard hit. Falls forward for a few yards. Leighton Gerleman made the initial hit.
Going to be 4th and 1.
With the one guy I think Comets will go for it. They're at the ADM 24. Into the wind right now, and the wind is a bit of a factor as far as kicking goes, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Carson up the middle. He's got it. Feet churning. Still fighting.
Oh, I think maybe we get a face mat or I don't know.
I don't know which way this one's going to go.
I noticed the official kind of looked at our sideline and kind of said, just relax, kind of, we saw it, we'll call it. Sometimes coaching the heat of battle as a coach, you get a little bit wound up.
Yep.
Happens to the best of them.
Sure does.
Did you ever get a technical, coach?
You know, I got a couple.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just trying to get the girls to play harder.
Well, just trying to get the officials to officiate better,
Oh,
actually,
I see.
to be honest.
Yeah, there you go.
Carson up the middle
nice.
again.
Yeah, that was.
Carton setting us up nicely with nice runs on 1st down.
Yeah, and that was nice too because it looked like he was going to pop that outside, and he kind of limp-legged it back up inside there and had a nice gain. 2nd and 5.
James is going to throw it near side. Carter Harris makes the catch. Short gain. Got about 2. 2:40 and counting to go first quarter. Comets looking to tie it up. Nice drive here. Burke and Cathcart wide left for the Comets here. Reinhardt still in there in the backfield. They're going to give it to Carson. Makes the first man miss. Gets back into the line of scrimmage. Close to a first down.
Yeah, I think he might have got it. Depends on the mark.
Comet crowd groans at the spot of the ball.
Coach, I think that was not a great spot there.
4th and half a yard for the Comets. They'll line up to go for it. Down 7-0. Carson up the middle. Oh, he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Running through people.
That was a nice, hard, angry run by Carson Reinhardt. You know, I Coach, we talked about this last week too. I think Carson had a touchdown taken away from him down there on that north end. You remember that one where he kind of was on top of a body and they said he was down short of the goal line. Well, he's on the board now.
Good response by the Comets. Liam Triplett will kick the extra point. James Armstrong the hold. There it is.
Oh, yep.
Draw him offsides.
Here we go.
We going to bring the offense back? I think we are. Here they come. You know, we talked about that 15-game win streak. I bet in 13 or 14 of those games we've gotten teams to jump offsides on PATs. I don't think we did last week.
No, we didn't.
I don't think Newton fell for it.
No, Newton was pretty well disciplined
Lewis
last
Central
week.
did once, I think the first one of the game. So the Comets move at half the distance, and they're going to go for 2 now. That puts the ball at about the 1.5-yard line. Carson up the middle again. I think he's short.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep, didn't get there. Initially got tripped up before he could get ahead of steam.
Yeah. You know, we talked about this play too, Coach. That a lot of times in those short situations, there, the touchdown that James scored last week going into that north end after Carson was marked down short. That's a good 2-point play down here too, because you know we talked about those defenders there. They're wanting to tackle the first thing that they see, and
so a good comeback drive for the Comets. Good job by James Armstrong bouncing back from the interception earlier.
That was about a 6.5-minute drive, Coach. We took over with 8 minutes left in the quarter, and we're down to 1:27 now. So,
yeah, we haven't seen too much of ADM's offense yet in this game.
No.
Comets have had the ball most of the first quarter. Turned it over a couple times, as did ADM. ADM had something going on there on the offensive drive and fumbled the ball at about our 10. Let's see who's back deep for ADM here. I think we got number 10, Tucker Llewellyn, one of them. And you got number 0.
Oh, we might have it.
Reed Obstursik, who muffed the return. And I think ADM got back on.
They did.
So, boy, that would have been another huge break.
Yes, it would have, but.
Reed Obstursik, number 0. On the return there.
So up front for the Comets defensively in that 3-man front, Chase Miller, Blake Trulson's in the middle, and Micah Sands is opposite Chase. Linebackers, I think, are Reinhardt and no, it's Talon and Brody Johnson.
Scholl's going to hand it off, and Brody Johnson's in the backfield for a big loss.
Nice tackle by Brody. He shot that gap. Did a nice job of wrapping him up, too.
They'll mark it a loss of 3.
Ben Glasgow and Charlie Spurgeon are also linebackers in there. Ben, looks like Ben's in the middle here along with Brody, I'm sorry.
Scholl's going to keep it. He's got a lot of room.
Yeah,
he's at the 40. He's at midfield. Goes out of bounds inside North Polk territory.
That's the play that we've got to contain.
So a nice run by Hudson Scholl, the quarterback there. He faked that one to Alex Jensen and kept it. Big gain. There's Jensen. Another huge gain up that right side. He's got 11. That's a first down. Couple big chunks there, Coach.
Yeah. We need to get things shored up, that's for sure.
We have given up, I'd say, quite a few chunk runs the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've
been able to fight off the scores a lot of times.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten into that bend a lot, but don't break.
They're going to run a quarterback sweep to Scholl, go in the same direction. Another nice gain.
Looks like they've found something on that right side that they like right now anyway.
Yeah, they're getting easy yardage over there right now. Now, both Lewis Central and Newton a number of times, Coach, had nice drives going with running, and I think tried to do something kind of cute offensively and ended up turning it over, preventing themselves from scoring a lot of the time.
Yeah, hopefully ADM decides to do that same thing here.
They're going to give it to Jensen up the middle, close to the first down. It'll be 3rd and about 1, it looks like. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. Game clock's at 9 seconds. I think ADM's...
Yeah, they're in no hurry to...
They're going to maybe try to get us to jump here. Well, they are going to run it. Jensen's going to take it. Right side. Well, they're running a power kind of concept over there, Coach? There?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. They like that right side right now. They're running behind Zach Heights and Cole Darling over on that right side for ADM. Cale Stanford's the center too, so they're getting some blocks from those young men over there and making some good yardage. As we go into the second quarter here, I had talked to Anthony Capaldo at practice last night at the end of practice, and we were talking about a couple of different things, but he wanted me to make sure that I said hello to him this evening. Anthony's not here. Normally he's on the sideline coaching the wide receivers tonight, but he was in a wedding today, and so the wedding took priority.
Sure.
So
you bet.
Hello, Anthony.
We'll see how the sideline holds up with one less Capaldo out there.
We will. Yeah, we're down to 2.
Down to a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Now. The other fall sports here at North Polk are in full swing. Girls and boys cross country ran at the Gilbert meet at the Iowa State course yesterday, and the girls finished 15th. The boys finished 14th. Both teams will run on Monday at the Ballard Country Club at the Mike Carr Invitational. All right, here we go. Second quarter. ADM 7, North Polk 6. ADM in the midst of a good drive on the ground. They're going to read option up the middle there with Hudson Scholl. He's got good yardage, about 6 down to the 10.
Ben Glasgow was on the tackle there. Xander McCready has come in at nose for the Comets, number 79.
That puts it at 2nd and 5. Ball's at the 11. 11:30 to go. Jensen's going to take it on that right side again, and he's close to the end zone. Alex Jensen's probably got about 40, 50 yards on this drive, doesn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he does. Boy, he shot right through there on that one, too. I think that was just a straight give. I don't think the quarterback was reading anything there. They just predetermined they're going to give that one. And first and goal inside, about at the 1.
Scholl's going to take a quarterback sweep right side. He's going to extend the football. I think he got in. He did. They're going to mark it a touchdown. So between Scholl and Jensen, it was a two-man show there, Coach.
Yes, it was. It's a nice drive by ADM. They almost they averted disaster on the run back there. They fumbled the ball, but they recovered the fumble. And then they marched it right down the field. He did not throw the ball in that drive.
That kick is good. Simons boots it through, and he boots it. That one about hit the nice fancy new scoreboard.
He got all of that one, didn't he?
Well, it's 14-6, and we're going to have to make some changes to stop that run game, Coach Walker.
Yeah, we are. We're going to have to shore that up over there.
And it was every run, I believe, to the right side of the field.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think it was.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
So two good teams here, like we said, both highly ranked coming into the game. Do some scores when we can here throughout the night. We've got a report here from Fort Dodge, Coach. Fort Dodge 8, Waterloo East 0.
Dodger Stadium.
Dodger
the
Stadium.
venue for that one.
Not that Dodger Stadium.
No, not the one in.
Not Chavez Ravine.
No, not Chavez Ravine.
All right, here we go. 14-6, ADM.
We'll see if the wind makes any difference on this kickoff here.
Kickoff into the wind, and it's going to make it to the 1. Bryce backed up after he caught it, so he's going to have to run it out. And we got a flag.
Probably got a hold. And a nice return out to about the 25, but I think that's coming back.
Well, if you watch a lot of football on a given weekend, you see a lot of penalties on kick returns, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe they should make holding legal on kick returns. What do you think? Face masks and holding are legal on kick returns.
That would be
Just kidding.
advantageous for the offense, then, wouldn't it?
Be exciting.
Yeah. A face mask, I don't know if that would fly, though.
No,
that might be
that's
some safety concerns
Too far.
with that
Too
one.
far.
Yeah.
North Polk volleyball team, 2-0 in Raccoon Conference play. Girls are on a roll. They've won 4 straight matches by a combined score of 9-0. Beat Winterset 3-0 at home on Tuesday. Girls will be in action tomorrow morning at the Southeast Polk Invitational. James is going to throw it out right side. Caught. A lot of room out there. And I got to apologize to the girls' tennis team, and I was putting fall sports on my sheet. I'm still not. I still forgot that that's a fall sport.
First year.
I know it is, but
yeah, first year for tennis.
It's not ingrained in my habit right now.
No.
So I apologize to them.
For an infinite number of years, it's in the spring.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Carson Reinhardt up the middle. Another nice run on first down. You can get 5 on first down, Coach. You can do about anything after that.
That certainly is helpful. It expands your playbook, so to speak, or your options. We're throwing the ball those short throws, though, and because if you look, we're getting about a 7 or 8 yard cushion at least out on the edges.
Another read option kind of RPO for James there. He tucks it under. That's that kind of play where he can give it, he can throw it quick, he can try to run it and still throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Lot they can do there.
Yeah.
Hard to stop. They don't make defense easy anymore, do they?
I think the game is kind of tilted a little bit toward the offense.
They get a little more lenient with that man downfield, I think.
Yeah.
Than they used to. Carson. Another nice run for Reinhardt.
We're making some good yardage on the ground, Coach.
Yeah, if both teams are patient, want to stick with it, I think we could. Going to resemble the Army-Navy game here. James flips it out to Carson. Still going.
Oh, nice.
Refuses to go down.
He turned that into a positive play.
Turned it into a 4-yard gain.
Yeah.
Could have been a 2-yard loss. ADM's delivered some hits tonight, but they're not wrapping up a lot.
Yeah.
Carson's one of those individuals with a low center of gravity also.
Yeah, he's made some nice, tough runs.
Second 6, ball at the Comet 38. Trailing 14-6. They're going to throw a little tunnel screen. Brady Cathcart. Well defended by ADM on that one.
He picked up about 2 on that. ADM continues to play their corners off, though. They're giving that cushion.
Andre Taborga with the tackle. 3rd and 4. Comets are at their own 40. Second quarter, 8.5 minutes to go.
Simon Hauser's in at left guard for the Comets.
Harris in motion. Armstrong's going to hit Bryce Burke up the seam on the play action. Beautiful throw.
Nice throw, nice catch. That motion by Brady to the outside kind of helped open that seam route up for Bryce. James did make a nice throw there and a nice catch by Bryce.
We've had that same route 3 times, and that time we converted.
Yeah.
First one was through the hands, and second one overthrown. That one was right on the money. Beautiful throw. So on the 3rd down play, Comets get a huge gain. Carson again up the middle. That time ADM. Pretty good defense up front. Yeah. Although he still fell forward for about 3, didn't he?
I think he did get about 3 on that, which is what you want. If you run that 4 times, 4 times 3 is 12, so that's a first down.
Yeah, there you go.
Ball's in the middle of the field right now.
Both teams settling into that running game. James going to keep it here, and he is going to get hammered down. Didn't see him coming either, did he?
No, he came off that edge. That's number 6.
That was a big hit. I'm looking for that name also. That's Jackson Pitson, though.
Yeah, he used a safety, and they brought him up. He was on the line of scrimmage there, and he came and
that kind of slower developing play action that we've had a lot of success with. They decided to kind of just force the issue there.
Yeah, normally on something like that, a right-handed quarterback is more in tune of something coming off of that side than his blind side, which would be his left.
Well, James appears to be all right. That was a good hit. Quite a hit, though.
Yeah, it was. That's a big play by ADM.
Yeah, they needed it. The Comets were kind of having their way offensively there in that drive.
Going to make it 3rd and 14. Minute and a half left in the first half. Well, we've moved the ball, but the turnovers have hurt us, obviously. And we've had a couple plays where we've lost yardage.
Last week's opponent, Newton, leads Bondurant 20-7. That's in the first quarter. That's next week's opponent. Or no, a couple weeks. Yeah. A few weeks away at Bondurant. We're Pella next week, right?
Yeah, I think ADM has Bondurant next week.
The gauntlet schedule goes to Pella next week.
Yeah.
Who's ranked 1 or 2, depending. Gilbert leads Boone 7-6. That game's in the second quarter. Up in Gilbert. All right, 3rd and long for the Comets after the sack. Armstrong steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep it.
There he is. He's got some room.
He's got some room. He's flipped over. The ball's loose. I think we got it back, but boy, James went down awkwardly. They're going to say the ground caused the fumble. Boy, that looked like it hurt, Coach.
It did, yeah.
His feet were kind of accelerating backwards while his head was going the same way.
His feet were where his head normally is.
And his head was catching his feet.
Yeah.
You'd have to pick me up with a shovel if that happened to me.
Right, so it's 4th and less than 1 here.
Nice run by James. 4th and short for the Comets. Carson up the middle. He's got the first down.
You know, up to this point, really, the only running play that we've not been successful on, as far as gaining yardage, was that 2-point play after the touchdown.
Right. Yeah.
Normally, we're getting 3 to 4 yards a crack.
James is going to keep it. He's going to go around right side. Nice run. Another 5-yard gain. If you're just tuning in, it's 14-6. ADM has the lead. The Comets drew ADM offside on the PAT and then decided to go for 2 and came up just short. That's why we have a 14-6 score. ADM scored on a pick-6 interception and a nice drive where they ran the ball kind of at will. In for the touchdown,
Yeah.
Hudson Scholl took it to the south end zone. Reinhardt's going to get it again. He's going to cut it upfield. He's inside the 5.
I believe on that drive, ADM did not throw the ball, did they, Coach?
No,
It
and
was
I wouldn't have
all
either.
on the ground.
That
No,
was how that was playing out.
Yeah.
Well, 1st and goal. Comets here trying to answer. Reinhardt up the middle. He'll take it in for the score.
You know, it's kind of interesting. A lot of times you see teams, when you get down inside the 10 or inside the 5 like that, they'll put more men up on the line of scrimmage. ADM has stayed in that 4-man front. Now, they may have brought the linebackers up a little bit closer, but normally you see more individuals on the line of scrimmage. Some of that's dictated by where the receivers are going to. But so it looks like, you know, if we stick with it, we'll be able to continue to run.
Liam Triplett. PAT is good. Cuts it to 14-13. The Comets were down 2, chose to kick that one.
Yeah,
a lot of game left.
Yeah, the kick there, the right call. I think it's way too early to start chasing points. 14-13.
Yeah, with how we're moving it, you got to think we're going to be able to score again.
Yeah, you would hope so. Now, if we just cut down, eliminate the turnovers, and get a couple more of our own, make some breaks, we've kind of helped ADM out a little bit so far, I think. Obviously, with the pick 6.
Well, an entertaining game so far, Jerry.
It has been, yeah. No punch yet, Coach. Teams they've moved, as you mentioned, they're kind of moving the ball at will if they're not turning it over.
They really are, yep. The turnovers have been the thing. Comets have 2 of them. ADM has 1. All right, here we go. 4:15 to go, second quarter. Comets down 14-13. Liam Triplett kick. High, it's going to be caught at about he's going to let it go over his head. It's going to be a touchback.
Oh.
That just about checked up and bounced back. I think the return guys Got a little nervous there maybe at that last bounce.
I think maybe Liam will be working on his reverse English kickoff this week.
Yeah.
Boy, it took kind of a dead hop, didn't it?
Went straight up.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what both teams do to try and shore up the run defense.
Yeah. They'll definitely need to make some adjustments at halftime for sure.
Coming into this, I think you got to think the Comets have the advantage in the pass game if they can maybe a little more balanced than ADM is.
Yeah. Hang on to the football a little better.
Yeah.
Because we have had some drops. There's that
little jet sweep there for a couple yards.
That sweep slot counter action. Again, to the right side.
Alex Jensen, ball carrier. He's had a nice game so far.
He has.
He had a game's worth of yards on that last drive, I think. 2nd and 8 after the short gain. They're going to fake it to Jensen. There he goes again. Hudson Scholl up the middle. He's got a lot of yards. He spun down. Gained about 15 yards.
Yeah, they pulled the guard that time. Got a kick-out block.
Both teams look content to take what the defense gives them. They're doing it well. Joel, quick out. It's going to be caught. Oh, it's probably going to be a flag. No. Okay.
Well, it was just a
What'd you think of that one?
Just a forceful nudge out of bounds.
Thought I heard whistle, but
we're at home. We're at home, Coach.
That's true. That's in front of the ADM sideline. I wonder what that would have been like.
Yeah. Been throwing some things and.
Second and 1 for ADM. 3:15 to go here, second quarter. Scholl's going to run the QB draw. Got the first down. Got about 4.
Charlie Spurgeon. Talon was in on that as well.
Notice you didn't use Talon's last name, Coach.
That's a tough one for me to. It's not phonetic.
Checkenbeck.
That throws me. It doesn't.
And I'm probably saying it wrong too. I'm trying though.
It doesn't look like Checkenbeck.
No, it does not. Scholl's going to roll left. Nice throw. On time.
Was a nice throw.
In rhythm. Ethan Uglum made the catch there. You heard me saying we had the advantage in the pass game, I think.
Yeah, I believe. Are those the first 2 passes that they've thrown this half? They haven't thrown very much for sure.
I think you're right. May have been. Jensen's going to fake it. Now Scholl's going to keep it up the middle. The ball's out. Fumble. Micah Sands had a shot at it. We'll see who got it. Ball was ripped out. It's Comet football. Wow.
That's big. I can't tell who.
Well, we've got a replay in here. We can take a look at that one.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I forgot that was there.
Can they see this? Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Micah had it.
Talking with our producer.
Looks like Micah made that recovery. That was big.
Here we go, Coach. Yeah, Micah ripped it out and recovered it. He did both there. Good football play. Huge play. 2:40 to go.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Carson.
There we go, Carson.
Cutting it up left side of the field. Oh, boy. Flag coming in. About hit James. That was quite a throw by that ref on that flag.
I missed
Got
that.
about 20 yards on that.
Where'd it come from?
From way back.
From the referee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to.
All those nice things I said about Randy and his crew at the beginning of the game.
Well, you said that might mean we don't have too many penalties.
Yeah.
We haven't had too many, but
no. And there have been some that have been declined.
And penalties do happen.
Yeah. We've had an inopportune penalty there. And now that boy negated a nice run by Carson too.
Both teams have done things to help their opponent so far in this half. James going to throw it to Carter Harris. Easy completion. Got about 6 yards back.
Now, I kind of wonder a little bit. You look at the secondary here for ADM on a number of passes. They've been waving their arms and like some of the guys aren't in the right positions. There's a nice throw. That was really pretty good coverage there too.
Great feat by James to avoid the rush there.
Yeah.
He hit Bryce Burke for the first down.
Yeah, it was good.
On this replay here, James is a quick hop, gets away,
Yeah.
Throws on the move. Yeah, that coverage was there.
And you could see as he came through, he tried to use that hand to knock
Up
it
that
down.
Seam again. There's Bryce Burke. He
might go. He's going to go.
He's going to go. That's going to be a touchdown. What a turn of events. ADM was moving the ball.
They were.
And Micah Sands rips out the ball, forces a fumble. And then James Armstrong hits Bryce Burke. Bryce makes great effort, breaks a tackle, takes it in for a touchdown.
And the holding penalty ended up not hurting us there. We overcame that.
That makes it 19-14. Comets will kick the extra point again here. DM's not bite jump there. Liam Triplett's kick is good. So it's North Polk 20, ADM 14. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Second quarter here, week 3. Two highly ranked teams, both 2-0.
Turnovers are even now. Both teams have 2.
ADM has 2 fumbles, North Polk 2 interceptions.
ADM has run the ball a little bit better than I thought they would. Schull has been a little bit difficult to corral when he's gotten to the edge. And they're getting a little bit more out of Jensen than I saw on film. He's had some nice gains.
Both ADM fumbles have occurred when it looked like they were going to have a real good chance to score, especially the first one.
Yeah.
They were down around the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Minute 30 to go. The first half. Liam Triplett will kick it away. Steep kick over the return man's head through the end zone for a touchback.
That flag is still moving, and it doesn't seem like it's having a lot of effect, but maybe it is, because the last 2 that Liam has kicked, they've gone in the end zone. Now, the one prior to this, he had that interesting English on it that almost
checked up there.
Yeah.
No, on this field, that south wind, it does make a difference.
Yeah. We'll see if ADM they may try to get Schull loose on the edge, or we'll see if they try to go deep with it.
ADM's got 2 timeouts. Schull's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw out of bounds. Had a man open.
Yeah, it looked like he pushed off, though, before he made his break, too. Not sure they're going to call that a lot in high school, though, unless it's really blatant. You watch it here. Extends his arms.
ADM will get the ball, start second. Won't they, Jared?
Yes,
We received, yep.
Yep, they deferred. Won the toss and deferred, which...
So if you're ADM, you want to utilize this to try and score.
Yeah.
You can go 2 for 1 here. Schull carried, brought down.
Like he
Blake Trolson in there.
Tried to go right up the middle there.
Yep, nice job by Blake.
Schultz had he's had a couple of big runs, and they've gone to the right side. when he's done those.
I think ADM's going to be pretty content here. Now we got a
penalty, I think.
Timeout. Don't see a flag. Do see it. Well, the guy on the near sideline threw the flag, just dropped it at his own feet. That's why I didn't see it. Easy to pick up.
A little tougher. It's a little tougher to pick up than that 20
set it right down.
Than that 20-yard throw from.
Yeah, he didn't show off the arm much there. ADM, 3rd and 13. They're going to roll Scholl out again. They're going to look for that same pass along the sideline. He's going to throw it away. Comets could get a score again here. We got 3 timeouts, don't we, Coach?
4th and 13. Yeah, I don't think we've. Yep, we've got them all left.
Got them all. They're punting into the wind. It's a high school punter situation.
Yep, and Blake's a good returner, and he's at midfield, so you would think we'd be getting some decent field position out of this.
Yeah, we could put another one on the board real easy here.
Yeah, and I know we've got a block, too, but I don't know if. Yeah,
Bryce going to fair catch that one at the 49.
Yeah.
But Comets have 39 seconds and 3 timeouts.
That's like an eternity, Coach.
Couldn't ask for more time.
Yeah. Well, you hung that up there nice.
Yeah, that was a good punt into the wind.
Yeah. So we'll see. Let the Comets dial up here.
North Polk does have the wind, which would help a field goal attempt. Triplett very capable of making field goals. Get a new ball. That one wasn't one.
It was a little underinflated.
Yep, didn't want that one.
Flew that one in from New England.
1st and 10 for the Comets. 4 wide receivers. Armstrong's going to throw it to Reinhardt out of the backfield. Carson's got it. He's going to get out of bounds.
Good.
Nice job, Carson. Carson's had a really nice first half, Coach.
He really has. There was a play last week, too, where he came out of the backfield and ran up the seam, and it was just out of his reach, and he was open on that, too. But, yeah, he's shown some good hands here. Made a smart play and getting out of bounds. Didn't have to use a timeout there.
There's a first half game ball, I'd give it.
Yeah. We only got 7 out of that? I thought he went on at the 40. I'll have to talk to that official at the time.
Carson again. Comets can run it. They got timeouts. They're going to
push
it forward. They're going to get a first down.
Yep. Oh,
he's still going. He broke through. Just straight up determination by Carson Reinhardt.
Yep, and we're not huddling now. We're getting up there. The clock is running.
Still have our timeouts. That's all right.
16
seconds.
Incomplete pass is like a timeout there.
We could use some. We got 3 for the next 16 seconds.
Yeah, and they don't carry over, so, right?
No, unless that changed. No, you're right. They don't.
I didn't get any memo this week that indicated that, so. ADM, the defenders, we've got some cushion on the outside again. They don't give stuff up underneath, but it was Calvin Heitzman.
Calvin Heitzman rumbling up the middle. 10 seconds. Timeout now.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I was going to say we could use one.
Use one there.
Yeah, and
nice run.
It was. I think that's Calvin's first snap of the game.
Just comes in and rips off 12.
Yeah. We should maybe run if he's going to average 12 yards a carry, Coach.
Well, the fact we had those timeouts kept the run in the possibility,
Yeah.
We could do that.
That was a nice run. Boy, that was.
Boy, if you're ADM, you've got to get a stop here.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, a score here would be big. That would put us up 2 scores and would be pretty deflating for ADM. Now
Besides that last drive when ADM was really just kind of trying to run the clock down, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've stopped them so much as they stopped themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. A couple fumbles, and there's only been the one. And that was a nice punt that they had on their previous possession.
Just last one, yep. All right, 10 seconds. Comets have 2 timeouts. Ball's at the ADM 14.
I think we'll see some shots to the end zone here.
Going to fake it to Calvin. James is going to pull it down. He's going to scramble left. He's going to throw it left out of bounds. Good idea. Took a lot of time, though. There's 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Took too much time.
Yeah, we're almost at a point where you got
to kick it on this one.
Yeah. Or if you've got a fake, maybe you run a fake. But, of course, ADM's going to be alert for that.
Yeah, I think we're going to.
This will be about a
ball's just inside the left hash a little bit.
Yeah, so this will be a 31-yarder. Ball's going to be spot 32. Looks like he's spotting it at the 22.
Good snap. Good hold. The kick is good. Liam Triplett from 32 yards.
And Liam is now 3 for 3 for his career, Coach.
That's valuable. So still running cross country and kicking PATs and field goals. Comets 23, ADM 14, an entertaining first half. And we're going to step aside for the halftime show, and we'll see you in the second half.
Coach Groper out there slinging papers. 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m., who knows? And our final question of the evening, senior Brody Johnson, who is his favorite football player of all time? Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, or Dak Prescott? Lots of quarterbacks. The answer, Kirk Cousins. Thank you for playing tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's round of trivia. We will have more about our players and coaches in the weeks to follow. Thank you. We'd also like like to take a moment to proudly thank our generous donors who made our new video boards possible. Your support enhances our facilities and helps create a memorable game day experience for our student athletes. We are especially grateful to the following major donors: Home State Bank, the Kitchen and Bath Company, Nationwide Insurance, Elwell Realty, Remax Concepts, Luana Savings Bank, DCI Construction, Copycat Prints, Carl Chevrolet. We also extend our sincere thanks to our supporting donors for their valuable contributions. Let's give all our donors a round of applause. Thank you. We'll also take a moment to recognize our chain crew on the far sideline for these home games. We have Jeff White, Jeff Glasgow, Dan McCready, and Rick Long. Thank you, gentlemen. And also, we have a fairly impressive crew up here in the press box. So I gathered some names. Up here in the press box making this show run, we have Eric Zosky, Wyatt Zosky, Hunter Fleshner, Scott Grouden, Dalton Dodge, Jerry Walker, Clint Albertson, Dennis Goring, Lucas Cluttish, and Colin Shago, our press box crew. Thank you. Now, taking the field for your halftime entertainment are the North Polk Marching Comets. The Marching Comets halftime performance is sponsored by Luana Savings Bank and Nelson Automotive. The Marching Comets are directed by student drum majors Maya Bond, cello bears Amelia Grouden. They will be performing portions of their 2025 show, British Invasion. How's Albertson doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing?
They're British.
Yeah, but they're the British. They got their own thing. Yeah, they aren't a part of this. I remember
All right, we're back here. Halftime about over as the Comets and the ADM Tigers will play the second half here. Comets have a 23-14 lead. Strong second quarter for North Polk, and interesting first half, Coach. A lot of things happened. Both teams probably feel like they could have had more, but especially ADM.
Yeah, they those turnovers really hurt them. I mean, they got one from us and got a touchdown out of it, but they were moving the ball both times that they turned it over against us.
Yeah, the Comets benefited from 2 ADM fumbles on promising drives. The Tigers benefited from 2 Comet interceptions that were thrown. One was a pick 6 early in the game, gave ADM a 7-0 lead. Comets came back with a touchdown to make it 7-6, went for 2 after drawing ADM offside, didn't get it. That made the score 7-6. ADM then went down the field pretty decisively with their run game to make it a 14-6 ball game. From there, the Comets really closed out the second half strong with 2 touchdowns and then a field goal in the last seconds of the first half.
Yeah, you kind of wonder a little bit. Both teams have been successful running the football, and you kind of wonder if maybe we'll see the ball in the air a little bit less from North Polk in the second half. And I don't know, ADM, I think they were 2 for 3 in the first half. Didn't throw it very much at all, but were able to run against us, especially they were attacking the right side. Before we go any farther, we're getting ready to get underway here. I had alluded to the officiating crew tonight. Randy Heimerman is the head official, and Heath Banks, Kevin Welsh, Jay Flora, and Jason C., are the other members of that officiating crew. Again, those guys have worked numerous state championship games in the Dome, and they're doing a good job.
Welcome to the second half of football. I'm curious, are there still any ADM fans?
Well, we're about to get underway here, and ADM, who deferred to start the game, will receive. They're going to be driving to the south end zone. North Polk will have the wind here in the third quarter. Wind is still blowing pretty good, Coach. Yeah. It hasn't let up. That flag's still whipping pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Been interesting. And it's not, it's been a steady wind, but I don't think it's really blown any balls off course in the passing game and affected the passing game in any, great dimension. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Calvin Heitzman came in, just to mention, he came in and made a really nice run on that last drive for the Comets, and we ended up getting a field goal out of that.
Liam Triplett will kick it away, start second half, and we're going to have another touchback. So both kickers are booming the ball into the end zone here tonight. So 1st and 10 for ADM. Had a lot of success running the ball. They were hurt quite a bit by a couple of fumbles. So we'll see. Those fumbles really have maybe glossed over the fact that the North Polk run defense really needs to make some stops here.
Yeah, we need to get shored up for sure, especially on our defensive left side. They're running to the right. And here it comes again.
Scholl with the handoff to Jensen.
And that's a little better. Charlie Spurgeon in there on the tackle.
To that right side, they were trying it out again.
Yep. Charlie, Chase Miller was there. Micah was there. Brody Johnson was in on the tackle.
Charlie Spurgeon, see him also in there.
Yep.
So.
And again, certainly certainly not time for either team to abandon any game plans that they brought into the game. There's a lot of time left.
Scholl's going to roll out.
Tough to defend. The coverage downfield was pretty good, obviously, or he wouldn't have tucked it and run. But he picked up about 5 on that, I think. Because their first down play was a minimal gain.
Comets got into the neutral zone, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and first down for ADM.
Changed up the snap count.
Yep, about 3 Comets came across the neutral zone there.
And those D-line coaches, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Scholl's going to run it right, and he's going to be taken down. Nice play, Micah Sands.
Nice penetration by Micah on that. Couldn't tell if they had a slant to that side on or not. Micah lined up on the opposite side, though, so he covered some ground to make that play. Scholl was running away from him. That's a little better.
Jensen up the middle. Got a couple.
Host of Comets there. Again, though, as you mentioned, that run was more up the middle.
Third and 7, ADM. They're at their own 34. Trailing 23-14, first drive of the second half.
I would expect Scholl maybe to roll to his left. That's the wider side of the field. Looked like that inside receiver moved. Yep.
So that'll be a false start. ADM will be backed up into a 3rd and long situation. Called 3rd and 12. At their own 29. Except for a couple throws, ADM has not shown much in the passing game. Scholl back to pass. He's going to step up. A good rush. He gets away. Avoids another tackler. Throws it up the middle, and the ball was caught. Nice job of patience by Scholl. See the replay of that one.
Yeah, Ben Pleasance made it.
Could have been a block in the back on their offensive line there. We can see that one again. So as he rolls out here, watch Micah.
Oh,
That was it not? Scholl rolling out to the right, back to live action.
yeah, I think they may have missed one over there. Chandler Johnson makes the tackle there on Ben Pleasance, number 18. Another first down for ADL.
Ben Pleasance with the catch. They're going to give it to Jensen up the middle. He's got a nice run. He's pulling people with him. Got about 7. So ADM moving the ball again, as they have pretty much all night. Quarterback sweep, Scholl. Close to a first down. Scholl's a good athlete.
He is, yeah.
Got patience and makes a lot happen.
It'll be 3rd and really short.
Scholl runs for a first down.
And again, they're working that right side.
ADM, 3 receivers left. Jensen's going to carry it. Nice tackle. Ben Glasgow looked like the man making the tackle there.
Yeah, the initial hit. Charlie Spurgeon, I think, was in on that. Assisted, but I believe you're right. Ben made the initial hit there. Ben's playing more in the middle tonight. He has been on the edge.
Scholl had a man open, threw it high, and then on the bobble, a Comet almost came in there and got the interception. Like Talon Checkenbeck was in the vicinity. Or no, excuse me, that was Chandler Johnson.
Receiver ran kind of a curl route into the soft spot of the zone there.
There's
Ooh.
Jensen. There's that right side run again. He's going to have a good gain. He's about to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9. That's a first down. It's going to be first and goal for ADM at the Comet 9. They're going to go quick here. Still 3 receivers left side. Scholl's going to keep it, and he's brought down. Nice play. Mason Ackerman staying home, reading that read option.
One of the few plays that they've run to that side tonight.
$7:35 to go, third quarter. ADM 23, North Polk 23, ADM 14. We're going to have a flag on ADM procedure. Another flag in a key situation. They've kind of been their own worst enemy at times, Jerry.
Yes, they have. I'm sure that's something that you always talk about at halftime. You got to cut down on the penalties. Got to be more disciplined.
Jensen takes it up the middle, gets some yards back there for ADM. So we got third and goal. The ball's at the 9-yard line. ADM does have an excellent kicker, but you got to think they're going to go for it on fourth here to get in the end zone. They're going to swing it out to Jensen. Makes a nice catch, but he's got nowhere to go. He fumbled the ball before he was down, and I think the Comets have it. Another turnover to stop a drive. Wow.
Wow.
Jensen made the catch, was hit immediately. Ball came out.
In the red zone, too. That was big. Big.
Looked like Brody Johnson had the hit to knock the ball loose.
I don't think that play was going to end up getting much anyway because he had diagnosed that and he had him wrapped up pretty well, and where the ball popped out, and that's what you like to see.
Yeah, the throw was behind him, and he did a nice job to make the catch, but got hit immediately. So it's going to be first and 10 for the Comets. Carson Reinhardt up the middle. Again, still churning forward. Gets 5 when he got hit at the line of scrimmage.
ADM chewed up about 5.5 minutes off the clock in that quarter and came up empty.
A third drive stopped with a fumble. Had he just held on to the ball, they would have had a decision to make. They probably would have kicked the field goal, I suppose, at fourth and goal at the 10, but they won't get to do that. So 2nd and 6 for the Comets, their own 16-yard line, 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Armstrong's going to throw it, and it's batted down. James on the play action there.
So now that's pushed you into a situation where generally you almost feel like you have to throw the ball.
Bennett Morehauser got that deflection there for ADM. Actually, it was probably Tyler Knipe, now that I look, number 28. 3rd and 6 at their own 16. 4 wide, 3 left, 1 to the right. Armstrong. Going to look over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Carter Harris. Big gain and a first down. Got about 30 on that one. Or 20, I should say.
Big play by the Comets. James looked to the wide side of the field over here left, and he came back to the short side, and Carter was standing there all by himself. Nice easy throw and nice run by Carter. Carter had a couple of really nice catches in the game last week too.
All right, so a big conversion for North Polk, 1st and 10. High snap. Reinhardt's going to get the carry. This time ADM makes a negative play out of it.
Brought a little more pressure that time than they have.
Yeah, they're down 9 here. We're ticking away in the third quarter. They're going to have to start taking a few chances probably. We're having so much success on first down that we've really been comfortable in our down and distance trying to convert. James is going to step up, and he's trying to get away, and he's not going to. He spun around several times with a guy holding his leg.
Looked like he might have been able to go to the outside there, but
Carson Oberhofer was the guy holding on to James's ankle for dear life, and then the help came.
Simon Hauser's not wearing the big club tonight, Coach.
Cade Duffy for ADM also came in to finish off that sack. So 3rd and 17. See what we do here. James is going to throw right side, wide open. Cathcart fighting for the first down. He's going to be short a couple yards. Their own 45. Up 9. I got to think we'll punt this.
Yeah, I would think so.
Looks like the punt team's coming out.
Yep.
We have not punted yet, have we?
This will be number 1. And as we talked about last week, James is back there too as the punter, and so I don't think you'll see a fake punt on this. But.
No, I do think you'll see hard counts to try and get ADM to jump, though.
Yeah,
It's 4th and 1.
Which would be good, and so we'll see.
Good snap. Kick is away. It's going to take a big hop. Still rolling, taking a North Polk bounce, and boy, they're going to let this thing go. It's going to get down to the 2-yard line maybe. What a punt. Mistake by ADM to not catch that.
Probably ended up being about a 51-yard net punt there by James.
When you don't catch punts and just at the least fair catch it, you are giving up some yardage, and boy, ADM did there.
And boy, they had number 11, James Finnegan, was coming in hard off that right side, and from our vantage point up here, it looked like he was pretty close to getting a piece of the ball, but James got it off.
Well, Comets drive stalls, but they've pinned ADM back at their own 2. Scholl's going to keep it up the middle. Got a nice gain out to about the 8 or 9 yard line.
Just under 3 minutes left in the game. I'm sorry, the third quarter.
Second and 3. Scholl's going to give it. Jensen.
ADM's not run a lot of multiple formation stuff tonight, and you know, as we've mentioned, most of their running plays have been to their right side.
Yeah, their style of offense definitely benefits when they have the lead. They've got to maybe try to loosen up the passing game a little bit here as they trail. Still a lot of time left, 14 minutes of football left. They're down 9. It's going to be second and about 7. Scholl's going to roll out. He's going to keep it. Duck out of bounds for the first down. was heading right at the man at the marker. He decided to drop that instead of getting run over. That was easier.
Yeah, it was a good move by him.
Yeah.
Mason Ackerman was on pursuit there, and
Yep.
Talon checking back.
All right, so Scholl again making plays with his legs. They'll give it to Jensen. Big hole up the middle. Wasn't contacted till he had 11 yards there, Jerry.
Yeah, that's probably about the biggest gain they've had, just going right up the middle like that. Xander McCready in for the Comets, as well as Bennett Rolling, number 32. Bennett's a sophomore. He's in one of those inside linebacker positions. Here comes Jensen to the right side.
Nice tackle by Tylon there. Checking back with the tackle. I was waiting to see how Mr. Dose said it to double check, and we agree. Checking back. Crowd's been a little subdued tonight, haven't they, Coach?
Yeah, they have.
They seem a little quiet. I don't know what's wrong with them. There's a nice pass from Scholl. That'll be a first down.
Tackle by Chandler Johnson over
Ethan
there on
Uglum
that
made
far
the catch.
side. Made a nice catch on that too, because that looked to be up the ladder a little bit.
Jensen up the middle again, got about 6.
Brody Johnson on the tackle there. Comets have been rotating some different players in on defense. Try to find an answer to this right side.
Jensen again. There's a play
you
by
go.
Micah Sands. Micah just playing football out there.
Yeah, I think what happened there, ADM pulled 2 linemen on that, and Micah slipped in behind that far puller and just ran the ball carrier down. Nice play by Micah.
Well, we needed one there, and Micah came up with that stop. So ADM's going to have 3rd and about 6 when we start the 4th quarter here.
Yeah, you know, Micah's a nice size. He's 6'4", 235, but he's a quarter miler as well. Now, I'm not sure if he's still a quarter miler. When he was younger, and he was a good quarter miler too, and so he may have kind of grown out of that quarter mile event on the track team, but he showed good movement, good quickness there, and he's made plays like that over the course of this ball game and games that we've played earlier as well.
I was more of a quarter pounder guy than a quarter miler, Coach.
Quarter pounders, yeah.
Well, let's see what we got on the score.
I was trying to remember if they had quarter pounders when I was a lad. I think they did, probably.
Just 8th pounders or straight up big old half pounders?
Just, yeah.
People ate better back then, you know, they worked harder.
Yeah. They were cheaper back at that time, too. That's what he got for scores. Anything?
Well, it's, the update thing is we've got Newton 20, Bondurant 13. That was probably a while ago. Southeast Polk 21, Norwalk 13. Dubuque Senior 10, Cedar Falls 7. Uh-oh. Upset alert. Scholl's going to keep it. He's short of the first down.
He is. I thought he'd hand it off there, too, and
down 9 and in North Polk territory. ADM's got to think going for this.
Yeah, I would think so.
would.
Yeah, because you've been pretty much relying on your ground game. It's not, you haven't been filling the air full of footballs, and you're down 2 scores.
Big play in this game.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to run play 477, whatever that is.
Well, let's see. They're going to roll Scholl out. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete.
Quintepley.
There were 2 receivers in the same area, and It kind of went through one guy's hands, the North Polk guy's hands. It did hit the ADM receiver at the end, but tough catch. That ball was coming through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it was. It was an accurate throw, though. You're right. He did. It was a close play, and then, as we said, Quinn Tepley made a nice defensive play there. Comets take over on downs. That was a big play.
Update, Newton 34, Bondurant 13. Senior 17, Cedar Falls 7.
Bus ride on Highway
you-
20 over there may
Yeah.
have taken something out of the Tigers.
Armstrong's going to swing it out to Ackerman. He's going to be tackled. Nice play there. My Union Knights are in Olwine. They're up 28-12, Coach.
Beating up on the Huskies.
Beating up on the Huskies. Gilbert leads Boone 28-6.
I believe the Comets are probably in starting to take our time mode here.
2nd and 10. Comets have a 9-point lead.
Linebacker up in the middle. They're trying to bring some
James
pressure.
is going to keep it. He's got a lot of room up the middle. Brought down, but not until after about a 12-yard gain.
Nice run. ADM brought pressure. They brought their linebacker up in the middle in that A gap, and they tried to bring him through, and Comets blocked it well. Nice run by James.
Nice tackle on the end of that play by Leighton Gertleman of ADM to bring James down, but big conversion for the Comets. That put the ball at the ADM 44. James going to keep it again. He's going to swing it out to Bryce Burke. Bryce has got a block. Bryce has got about 17 yards. Flag down. And nowhere near the play, right?
Yeah, I think
It's
it
on
was.
this side.
I think that was Brady Cathcart made the block out there.
This is the one that is free and provided by
I think our receiver here on the,
So it's as basic
well,
as
they're talking to
it gets. At least
James.
that's all I worried about. So I can worry about pretty later.
No flag.
Waving it off. Good.
Good idea.
We're at home, Coach.
Yep.
It's all from the, not that. I have it running on my computer as OBS, streaming to this because I keep moving. So it's as makeshift as it gets. Oh well. If it works, it works.
Well, 1st and 10. Comets have a 9-point lead, 9:40 to go, fourth quarter. James is going to keep. He's going to throw it deep to the end zone, incomplete.
It's intended for Quinn Tepley.
Well, clock stopped at 9:35 there, but Comets trying to set up a touchdown here to probably put this one away. 7 here would give them a 16-point lead.
That'd make it awful tough on the Tigers.
There's
There's
Calvin. Calvin exploding over the left side, still on his feet. 10-5, touchdown.
He's in.
Calvin Heitzman averaging about 20 yards a carry tonight.
27 yard. I think it was on the 27. About. Nice burst by
With
Calvin.
authority. I believe he's had 2 carries, both for well over 10 yards.
Yeah, for I think
and a touchdown.
a total of close to 39, because that first one was a 12-yard, and I believe the ball was on the 27 there.
Triplets PAT is good. Well, that makes it 30-14. 9:27 to go.
A little more breathing room for the Comets now.
2-score game, but the 2 scores involve needing to convert two two-point conversions.
Yeah.
That's a different deal.
It is. It's getting 1 2-point conversion a lot of times is difficult, let alone 2. We'll see what ADM does here. Now, I would guess, as you mentioned, with the time frame that's left in the game, we're probably going to see the ball in the air unless they're able to break off, some big runs. Their options have become a bit more limited now at this point, being down 2 scores. Fans are a little more festive now, Coach.
Yeah, they're playing that juicy song Iowa State folks like. So it's over now, which is good. Here we go. Liam Triplett. Nice high kick. Hangs up there. Fair catch called for. So.
Leighton Gerlman on the fair catch.
ADM's down 16. There's 9:26 left. They have time, but they got to score on each of these drives. They've been still gaining decent yards on the ground, but they're in a point now they got to open it up here. What do you say, Coach?
Yeah, I would agree. If they drop him back and stuff is not open, he has shown the ability to make some plays with his legs too. So I think that's probably going to be the extent of the run game from ADM.
Scholl up the middle, huge gain, still going. We apologize for not having access to stats here, but he's got to have 150 yards rushing, doesn't he, Coach?
Oh, I would guess so, yeah, because he's had 3 or 4 big chunk runs, and that was another one right there.
So Hudson Scholl brings ADM quickly to the line. He's going to look to throw. A lot of time. Wide open. He's got a man. Hits him. There's a gain of 13.
Talon on the tackle.
Ethan Uglum made the catch there for the Tigers.
We're playing some soft coverage back here now.
Clock running. ADM not going super quick, but right at the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything in front of us in the secondary.
Scholl's going to fake it. He's going to keep it up the right side. Nice play by the defense there.
Talon, Chandler Johnson. I think Ben Glasgow was in on that tackle too. We had 3 or 4 Comets that were made the play there.
Yeah, nice play there by Chandler.
Brought some
jump pass by Scholl, and it's dropped. That was quite a play.
Yeah, it was. Going out of bounds toward his right, and he's a left-hander.
I think he was surprised he got it to him.
Yeah.
He threw, both feet were off the ground.
Yes, they were. They were. He was up in the air.
And a lefty moving right back across his body. That was impressive.
Yeah. And he was just about out of bounds, and he threw it back almost to the middle of the field.
So, should have been caught there, but it's 3rd and long. Scholl's going to roll out. Charlie Spurgeon on pursuit. Pass is caught. Here's Uglum making another catch there. 8 minutes on the clock. 30-14 Comets.
He did hand off that time.
Little jet sweep there. Nice gain of about 8. That was Obstarzik.
Up about 6, 7. Second and a long 3.
Spell Obstarzik, Coach.
O-B-S-T-A-R-C-Z-Y-K.
You're close.
C-Y-Z-K.
5 consonants to end that name. R-C-Z-Y-K.
You know, I had it right in front of me, too, but I didn't cheat.
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah. Which only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
He lost some vowels. That name lost some vowels at some point. But. Okay. 3rd and 2. Starzik again. Nice run. Cuts it back. He might go. He's tackled at the 15.
Boy, that was a nice run.
Well, 6:50. ADM's moving quickly. They've got 3 timeouts. They score fairly soon. They don't have to worry about onside kicking. They're going to throw that little jet pass again. Not much there that time.
And they've had a nice mix of run and pass on this drive, Coach.
Yeah, the Comet defense thinking we're going to make them use the clock to score. And they haven't scored yet. Clock is ticking. Read up Starzik again. Not much there. Nice job by the defense.
Chase Miller. Chase and a host of his teammates on that play.
3rd and 6, Tigers.
ADM definitely going to go for it here on 4th down if it gets to that. That's 3rd and 6 right now. They need 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pass caught inside the 5 down to about the 1. Slant route to Uglum. Mark it at the 2. 1st and goal. ADM, 5:35 to go. They're going to give it to Obstarzik. He is hit and hit for a loss. Second and goal. Precious time taken away here.
Spurgeon checking back, and a couple other Comets were in on that tackle.
Scholl's going to spin and come back this way. Cuts it upfield. He's going to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
The tackle kind of drove him in there. That was a creative little play.
It's kind of a shades of a single wing play there with that. He did almost a 180 there.
A spin back.
Yep, a little spin back action.
It's 30-20. ADM's going for 2, trying to cut it to 8 here. 3 receivers bunched right. Scholl looking that way. Sets over the middle of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. 2-point is good. So ADM did what they need to do there, Jerry.
Yeah, in the back of the end zone. I'm trying to catch that number. Looked like
that was Uglum, number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Ethan
yeah.
Uglum.
Yeah, they ran him along the back of the end line there, and Scholl broke contain. He was looking to that far corner first, and then we had that pretty well defended, and then he came back to the left side, and Uglum made a nice catch on the 2-point conversion.
Well, ADM, they used, about 3 minutes there? Was there about 8 minutes on the clock?
Yeah,
so
roughly
not
so.
too much time they used, and they have 3 timeouts. So anybody's game again, I'd say. 4:54 to go.
Yeah, and they didn't rely solely on the pass on that drive. They had mixed it in with some runs, and it was a nice drive.
Comet D was fairly conservative to prevent the big play. Well, now on offense, you're kind of in a situation you got to kind of still be aggressive, don't you? You got to get some first downs. If you just hand it off 3 times and give them the ball back, that's not what you're looking for here.
No, you don't want to do that. But by the same token, don't want to get too crazy either. But you're right. Got to get some first downs, move the chains. It'd be nice to just.
They're going to onside kick it now, possibly.
Yeah.
Looks like he's setting up for
That's
it.
what it looks
anyway.
like.
He's going to do it. Big hop, but it's going to be covered by the Comets. Nice play there by
That was Jace Jetman,
Jace Chapman.
number 34. Jace is a sophomore. He made a nice catch, went up in the air,
Yep.
pulled that down.
Okay, 4:53 to go. Comets have an 8-point lead. ADM's got 3 timeouts. Ball's at the 41 of the Comets. Carson Reinhardt up the middle, still falling forward. Gets 3 when he should have had 0. Great run.
He did. Boy, that was he made that little lunge at the end. Yeah, he almost got 4.
Yeah. Just everything's moving forward.
Yep. And again, that time on defense, ADM brought that inside linebacker, number 28. It was Tyler Knelp or Nelp, I'm not sure.
I think we got Knipe on the
Knipe.
confirmation on that name before the game.
Okay.
Knipe.
And he's up there in the middle again in that A gap.
Carson again, just dragging people.
4 more.
Be 3rd and 2. ADM, you're going to tackle him. You got to bring it because
Yeah.
he's not going down on first contact.
No, he's not. Like we said, none of our running backs are really big guys. But they run pretty hard.
Big play, 3rd and 2. 3:35 to go. Comets up 8. Carson up the middle. That time he was stacked up. A big stop by the ADM defense. It's 4th down and 2, 3
3. I think we might have lost a little bit on that.
at our own 49.
Yeah.
What are we going to do here, you think? We're going to run it down and call timeout and think about it, I think is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If I'm ADM, I would call timeout right now, but I guess at this point they're going to let North Polk run it down.
Yeah. No. Neither team has used a timeout so far this half. So. But yeah, you'd have thought maybe that ADM would have called a timeout there.
But if for some reason we do go for it and get it, then they still have all 3, I guess. But
what's also in the playbook here is, 4th, you're in that punt formation and you just, you freeze everybody and just run the snap count and see if they jump.
definitely they're going to try that, I'd
And
say. Yeah.
and if they jump, we got a first down and.
I'd say 100% probability they're going to try to draw them off. And that's exactly what ADM's got to be talking about right now. Well, this has been a real interesting game, Jerry.
It has been. It has been. We fought back from adversity early in the game, trailed, and came through and ended up playing pretty decent first half and took a 9-point lead into the break. Now here we go.
Comet offense has had a good night. Stopped on that last 3rd down. They're going to line up to punt here. Snaps away. Punts away. Towards the sideline. It's out of bounds. So that went out of bounds. Where they're going to walk that to? The 35.
Yeah.
I always wondered how do they mark those, because the ball was in the air when it went out of bounds. There's no way you can do that accurately, is there?
Yeah, no, there's
Just guessing?
There's some kind of a formula they use, like with a triangle. I saw this years ago, but I thought it's too involved for me.
Involves
so
geometry.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and so that only ended up being about an 18-yard net.
You know, another interesting rule change, as I propose rule changes, would be you can't punt it out of bounds either. That's a penalty. How about that? Wouldn't that be fun? You can hold on kickoff returns, and you can't punt it out of bounds. Here we go. ADM. Big drive here.
Interesting call on first down there.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts. So they're pretty much knowing this is their last drive. So I guess at this point everything's fair game.
Yeah.
But they went down the field so quickly when they had that urgency that last drive, you know. Of course, the defense plays differently with a 1-score lead. Jensen going nowhere. Be 3rd and long.
Another interesting call.
Yeah, that. Now we're under 2 minutes, and they've gone nowhere so far.
Yeah, well, they're going to run 477 again. So Scholl's going to roll this way to the wide side of the field. He's a left-hander.
They're going to do a flood concept, and he's going to roll this way. Scholl's going to pull it down. He is elusive. He's going to have the first down and more. All the way down to the North Polk 46. That's tough to defend.
It is, yeah. You've got to, as a defender there, you got to stay in your rush lanes, and sometimes that's kind of a tough thing for high school kids to do. 1:24 on the clock. Clock is stopped.
ADM again.
Brady Cathcart.
Jensen.
Cathcart knocked Jensen out of bounds.
Minute 18, they still have 3 timeouts. Ball's at the Comet 30. Jensen up the middle. He's going to be slammed down by Chase Miller. ADM still not using a timeout. They're not that close to the end zone. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah.
They got 30. They're at the 30. There's a minute left. Scholl swings it out. Nice tackle, Chandler Johnson, Quinn Tepley. They're going to use that first timeout here.
There's a timeout, yep. Only picked up about 3 on that. Well, maybe 4. Long 6, a short 7.
Good play there by Chandler Johnson. Chandler Johnson, big Fleetwood Mac fan.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. You know. Don't see that a lot these days.
I was going to say, I was kind of, oh, really?
Yeah, he had a
Wow.
He had a Rumors album T-shirt on there about a week ago.
Whoa.
You know, sometimes these kids wear the shirts; they have no idea what shirt they're wearing. But he
Right.
really knew.
Did
you know?
he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He kind of critiqued their different albums and what he thought of them, and you know.
There's some hope for Chandler.
Oh, always has been.
Yeah. I know. I'm being facetious. But yeah. Really, he's a good kid. Good kid. Interesting. Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
Now, if you took a poll on our football team, I would bet the majority of the players have no idea who Fleetwood Mac is.
Probably not. But he can tell them about it.
Yep. Trips to the wide side.
3rd and 5 for ADM. They're down 8. Trying to draw the Comets offside.
Yep.
12 seconds on the play clock. They'll probably try it again. Scholl rolling out. Throws. Caught. Makes a man miss. That's Uglum. He's had a big second half.
Yeah. I've been impressed with Scholl's accuracy, especially that on a play like that, now going to his right. He's a left-hander throwing that way.
ADM still has 2 timeouts. Scholl up the middle. ADM's going to use their second timeout. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 7. Down 8. You know, the Comets' schedule to open this season, we had at Lewis Central, who I think's been to the Unidome 7 straight years. Hosting Newton, who's got a ton of just really skilled players. Playing ADM here, who average wins about eight games a year the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Next week at Pella, who we beat in the title game, who's ranked 1 or 2, depending on which rankings you look at.
Mm-hmm.
Comets still a chance to come out of the first 3 unscathed here.
Yeah, we're in another tight one.
On paper, the schedule does get easier after that Pella game.
Yeah.
So
We'll
once we start district play.
We'll certainly be battle hardened, that's for sure.
All right. It's actually 2nd and 5 at the 7. Not goal. Scholl's going to keep it up the middle. He's tackled at about the 2. 30 seconds and counting. ADM's not going to call timeout here. 22 seconds.
Brody Johnson was on the tackle there.
They're going to give it, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Really nice drive by ADM there. Kept their poise and didn't get rattled. No panic.
Reed Obstarzik makes it 30-28. ADM's got a timeout. I think they would call it. It's not going to do them any good on defense. They're not going to call it. Well, it's 30-28, going for 2 to tie the game. Comets led 30-14 with about 8 minutes to go. Coach DeBrink sprints down the sideline to get a timeout. Coach Walker, what's your prediction? What are they going to run here?
Well, I would be shocked if the ball was not in Scholl's hands this whole time. Either faking that read option, rolling out, trying to throw the ball, just trying to get him into the end zone. He's obviously the best offensive player.
He's had a big night.
He's been tough to contain.
Running the ball and in this fourth quarter throwing it.
Yep. So that's kind of one of those deals where you want the ball in the hands of your best player.
We'll see how they line up, ADM. If they come out really spread out, they might be trying just to sneak a run in there with Jensen also.
Yeah.
If they're bunched, I think that tells us they're going to keep it in Scholl's hands.
Yeah. Now they can, on this attempt, they can move the ball, but no, they're going to keep it in the middle of the field.
More of a bunch formation. Scholl in the shotgun. Obstarzik going out in motion to the right. I think ADM used that last time out. See how we reacted to their. It's kind of like the end of a basketball game here with the sideline inbounds with 4 seconds left.
Yeah. The last 30 seconds takes 10 minutes.
What's on the line? Well, Comets 15-game win streak. 19-game home win streak.
And I'm sure both of those things were talked about 0 this week.
No, one thing this coaching staff, especially Coach DeBrink, one thing they do really well is keep the team focused on the day and the task at hand.
Yep.
You can't be 15-0 and a 19-game home win streak if you don't do that.
Right. Yep.
If you're looking past or not, you're not going to do that.
Absolutely right.
All right, here we go. ADM 3 to the left. Starzik in motion. Scholl is going to roll to his right, throw back across his body. What are they going to call?
I think he's out.
They're going to call it a score.
Yep.
The play was right at the back line of Starzik rolling to his right, throwing back across his body to the back line, and there it looks like he caught it.
Hard to see from up here whether he came down in.
My, what a game.
Because those guys they were bunched together there.
I think Reed Kleisner Cleaner, excuse me. Kleisner, there, that's what my notes said earlier. Kleisner made that catch.
So now we're tied at 30 with 11 seconds left.
Mercy.
Looks like we're going to get some free football here.
Hats off to ADM. That's quite a comeback. They're down 16, 8 minutes, and scored 11 seconds and got 2 two-point conversions. That's really hard to do.
It is.
What really impresses me with Scholl is how often they roll him right, and he's left-handed.
Yeah.
Not only that throw, but the jump
Right.
pass he threw earlier that should have been caught.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
And yet you have to be athletic to be able to do those kinds of things. He runs really well, and he obviously can throw it really well too.
Now, the Comets have a timeout. There's 11 seconds left. He's got to be trying to boom this through the end zone, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
now they're going to squib it. Takes a nice hop to Bryce. He's going to be tackled down there. 6 seconds to go. Probably just got to take a knee and go to overtime here, huh? We had one overtime game last year, the opener against Bondurant. Remember that wild one?
Oh, yeah.
Down 35-7 at half.
Yeah.
142-41. Six seconds to go. Comets are going to hand it to Carson Reinhardt up the middle. And he's going to be tackled down there. So we're going to go to overtime. Game with 2 top 5 teams. This is not disappointed. It's 30-30 at the end of regulation. Well, to review for you all at home, overtime in high school, each team will get the ball at some point. Play from the 10, right, Coach?
That's correct. Yeah.
College, it's 25. High school, you play from the 10. And it's essentially like I always compare it to a baseball inning because each team is going to get a crack at it. And then whoever goes offense first the first time is defense the second go around, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Now, the high school rule isn't like the college rule if you get into the third overtime, is it?
No, I think you could keep kicking extra points.
Yeah.
We could be here all night.
Yeah.
Then the college one gets real weird now. After a certain point, they just do 2-point conversions.
Oh,
they don't even run plays after, I think, the third one. The third one, you have to go for 2. Yeah. Oh, here's Coach Dose. We'll listen.
Possession from the 10-yard line. Each team will have 1 timeout in overtime.
Oh, he didn't tell us much there.
No.
We knew that.
Yeah.
Each team has 1 timeout. Beautiful night out. Breeze is calmed down quite a bit. Still blowing out of the south a little. 78 degrees currently. Wind at 9, gusting up to 18. Winds out of the south. We're going to have a captain's meeting, I think, over at midfield again.
Mm-hmm. It's been a heck of a game.
Really has. You know, the Comets did a good job of bouncing back from some early adversity.
Yes.
ADM has overcome them shooting themselves in the foot several times. 3 fumbles to kill drives that they were moving the ball.
Right.
All
yeah.
3 they were in North Polk territory.
Yeah. And they really have, these last 2 drives that they've had the ball to come down to score, they've really handled things quite well. Quite a bit of poise.
Whatever we're doing, I hope we do it soon. I don't know what we're waiting for. There we go.
Oh, Dire Straits is a British group, were they not, Coach?
I don't know. I feel like
Maybe not.
I feel like they were American.
Were they?
I don't know though.
I don't know if our fans that are watching can hear them in the background there.
I don't.
Probably not.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
We can hear them.
Sure can. Comets have 4 captains out there: James Armstrong, Micah Sands, Ben Glasgow, Chase Miller. 3 captains out there for ADM. So undoubtedly the team that wins a toss here is going to pick defense. It's generally the rule of thumb, so you know what you have to get.
Yeah.
And if you do stop them completely, a field goal wins the game. All right, Comets won the toss. He didn't really signal anything there. Yeah, so Comets will be on defense. ADM on offense. We're playing the north end. Wind at the south. A lot of people around the state looking at this game tonight with the 2 top-ranked, highly ranked teams, and 30-30 in overtime.
We had Hudson Shoal and Jackson Pitson and Rhett Boston were the captains for ADM for that coin flip. Comets are going to go on defense.
I'm getting confirmation Dire Straits was a British band, Coach. So
They were.
You win again.
All right. What do I win?
Well,
Not much, huh?
you win, the admiration of the viewing audience. First and goal for ADM. Overtime number 1. It's 30-30. They've scored 16 unanswered points. Scholl up the middle. Makes a nice move. He's inside the 5. It's going to be second and goal at the 4. Comet fans sitting on their hands again. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Scholl's going to bounce it outside. Makes the move, and it's hit by 2. And did he reach it over? ADM seems to be reacting like he did. I don't see the signal, though. I think it's 3rd and short. Where are they going to mark it? 3rd and goal at the 1. Clocks are not an issue in high school overtime. They're not running. They don't matter. Snap to Scholl. He takes it in for the touchdown. So ADM's on the board first. No doubt they'll kick the extra point here. Make an 8-pointer beat you. Colby Simons kicking for ADM. Booms it through.
There's no doubt about that one.
No, that was way up to the back hill there.
Yeah, that might have been good from about 45.
All right, so it's 37-30. We're going to play at the same end of the field. Comet offense has not been on the field much in the last 45 minutes of real time.
Yeah.
In this game, Carson Reinhardt's had a nice game running the ball. We've hit some big passes at times to Bryce Burke, to Carter Harris. James has done some good things on the run as well. Armstrong takes a snap. He's going to swing it out to Carson, coming underneath. Cuts it back up the field. He's close.
He's down inside the 5.
I think he's at the 1, if not inside the 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. If the official on that far side, if we're going by him.
The ADM students have vacated the bleachers for the northeast corner where the action's taking place. Smart move, I'd say. Comet students, I think, did the same on the northwest end, but I can't see them very well from here. 2nd and goal. Carson right up the middle, touchdown. Now, what do? Do you go for 2 and win it right here? Comets do have a timeout. Looks like we're talking it over. There's 20 on the play clock.
Yeah.
They're going to probably run it down, and coach is going to call a timeout here.
Use it now.
What are you doing in this situation, Coach? Kicking it?
I think I'm kicking it. If I trust my kicker, I'm thinking I'm kicking it.
I think I'd go for it.
Yeah, but I do know in the past that there was an overtime game, I think, down in Winterset a number of years ago where we were down 1, and I don't maybe it wasn't overtime, might have been in regulation, but it's at the end of the game, and very similar situation here, and they elected to go for 2 and didn't get it. But I mean, it's it's kind of 6-1, half a dozen of the other. It looks like we're going to go for it.
I think in this situation, ADM's kind of had all the momentum. We can win it right here. I think you try to do it.
Yeah.
Here we go. James takes the snap. He's going to give it to Carson up the middle. He is in. Comets win 38-37. What a game. Right up the middle like he's done all night. Carson Reinhardt with the 2-point conversion. Confidence in the offense there, Coach.
Yep, for sure. Quite a game.
Comets run into the northwest corner to celebrate with the students. Crazy game.
Yeah. Kudos to the coaches for the call there. And you kind of check with your kids too and see what they're thinking and kind of trust what they're telling you too in those situations.
Well, hats off to both teams. That was a great game.
It really was.
ADM competed hard, came back, took this thing to overtime, but in the end the Comets make the one last play to thing.
You know, Coach, we did kind of talked about this too. You know, ADM had never really shut us down on the ground all night, and it's not like we were just jamming it down their throat whenever we wanted to, but you know, for the vast majority of the running plays that we ran, I mean, we got some decent yardage, and
that's really something. Hats off to the team, the coaching staff, winning it a lot of different ways. Let's see, we won by 1 tonight. We won by 3 last week. We won by 3 week 1.
3 games by 7 points.
How about that?
We're just pouring it on them, aren't we?
Well, they give us that kind of schedule.
Yeah.
You just got to win somehow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 100.
So the Comets' win streak is at 16. Home win streak 20. On the road at Pella next week for another big non-district game, and then after that it's district play. Well, we're going to sign off here. Great game tonight. Jerry, it's a pleasure.
Again, always.
38-37, North Polk over ADM in overtime. Good night.
We'll be back in a couple weeks.